computer. And 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. Oh, I have to unmute her. It says ask to unmute. Unmute yourself.
I got to unmute myself.
I am not your muting slave.
Why you not showing your new braids, girl?
I'm trying to get this to where we're side by side. Hold on. Not up and down. No, that is not what I want to do. There we go. There you go. Can you see it? Do you see it side by side?
Yep, I do.
So, I wish on my new braids, but you know what? Since we're going to talk about Power Book 2, why are you so low and I'm so high? We need to be even.
I don't know what to do about that. Let's see.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That's a little better.
I'm down there.
Look at this. I'm representing Method Man.
Yes. Oh, you know what?
Hey.
Representing the Queen, Mary J. Blige, because this.
Oh, okay.
All in with her hat, but I didn't have the fur. Maybe I could put one of the pillows around me as my fur coat, because you know Mary would have on the first row with this a mink or something.
She would do something. She's ready at all times.
Oh,
I'm really liking this show. It's really good. Tariq is doing his thing.
Oh my goodness. And Johnny is just cheering him on. He's like, player. He's a player. I'm like, oh my goodness. He's
no,
like,
Johnny, we're not encouraging this.
One day. I'm like,
no, hold on. Now I gotta, because I changed it. Go ahead, you keep talking while I adjust.
Just falling apart over there, y'all. Just falling apart.
Well, I barely made it. Let me say that much, because I need to be in a bed right now.
No sleeping. It's 5 o'clock.
Girl, I've been up since 5 o'clock.
That's what hustlers do. 5 to 5. Around the clock.
Okay, it's 5. So here's the next 5. It's time for me to go to sleep.
Clock. This is a whole new clock.
Oh, no.
For your second shift right now. Okay? And then that's you got a midnight gig on top of that.
I got a midnight gig. I don't know how that's going to happen today. You know, it's just going to make it work. We're going to make it work for sure. So, let's tell them what we're talking about today.
Okay, so let's see. We're going to talk about Power Book 2. I told everybody that. But do we want to talk about how Torey Lanz is talking about he did not shoot Meg in the foot? What did he shoot herself in the foot?
Well, nobody else is saying anything either.
You know, but here's the deal. And I get it, what they're saying. Like, Meg Thee Stallion went on this whole thing about, you know, Black women are unprotected, which we are the most unprotected and the most valuable. I get that. But she did not press charges. If she don't want to press charges, then how can everybody crucify this man when she was the one who the damages were done to, and you don't even want to press any charges? So that looks kind of suspicious if he's saying he didn't do it and then she's not pressing charges. And I don't know. If somebody shot me in the foot, they need to be willing to accept whatever consequences come with shooting somebody in the heel, because I'm not going to say nothing that crazy. Well, I probably would say something that crazy that would make you want to shoot me in the heel. But really?
Yeah, you would. You
pulled out a gun in 2020, a Black man, and shot a Black woman in her heels.
So let's just go back. Now let's think about the whole story, because it was other people in a car and no one else said that he did it.
Right.
Only she said that he did it.
Right.
And they did the police let him go.
Right.
They didn't find no gun residue on him showing that he fired a gun. So there's more to the story. And the thing is, I'm noticing that people jump on the bandwagon of the who's popular.
Yeah.
So she's popular. Women, now we have everybody saying black women is the most unprotected. We already know that, but we also know that we have a lot of us out here that lie at the drop of a dime. What? I listened to his CD and he told his story. And people was like, why didn't you go on live? Why should he have to? It's a lot of other artists who tell their story through their music. He did it his way. He didn't have to go on crying or saying all this other stuff. He apologized. One, he did that to her, and that was it. And I think what his apology was for the situation. Like, they were friends. But he specifically said, if you listen to his music, he told his side of the story in it, but it didn't go too far. Right. So if you put what he said versus what she said, now you kind of like, okay, there's more to the story, and they got to wait to go to court. If they're going to court. Because my thing is, if he had gun residue on him, that's proof that he fired the gun. Granted, it could have been his gun, and somebody else used it or whatever. And then they said this fact that the foot have so many bones or whatever in it. So she should have had more of an injury than just some scrapings from a bullet.
Because Sonny, she went on to do stuff wearing heels now, everything.
Who do you know who have anything done to their feet?
Yeah.
Is ready to be dropping it.
Right. Well, young people bounce back fast, girl. They heal up real quick.
It ain't that much of you gonna have on your heels. You doing your little thing. So I think what it is right now. You remember the thing with Jussie Smollett?
Yes.
How everybody jumped on the bandwagon without. Yes, this happened to him. I mean, this guy totally put a new.
So bad for him. They was like, "Oh, poor Jussie," and then 2 weeks. It wasn't even 2 weeks later. They were like, "What? We've been duped." So,
but this happened in California too. So Torey would have been locked up. They ain't playing with him. They would have had us behind in jail right now.
And you were Canadian.
Why didn't they send him back?
Right.
So they have all these things, and I understand, like, just because she pinpoint him, she said it. Then again, at the same time, I think her back was turned. Then it was like it was his gun. Yes, it was his gun, but it's clear that he didn't fire it. Now, there was other people in the car.
Right.
Why did nobody else say that he did it?
Nobody said nothing.
Nobody said anything.
He was like, well, we're going to handle this. Let the streets handle it.
Who does that?
Who's handling it? Where is that? That's not what we do. You have way too much money now and value to talk about letting the streets handle it. Like, that don't even sound good. But
that doesn't sound good. And I just hate that, granted, this is an unfortunate situation, but I really do wish that people back out and stop just being, okay, I'm a fan of this person. He did it without getting the facts. People are so quick to jump on the bandwagon without getting the facts. So I've never really understood the story in the beginning because it was always one-sided.
A whole week to even say anything about anything.
Who did?
She got shot in the foot, but she didn't even say, like, who did what. Like, it took a while. So we were like, immediately, if anybody gets, girl, I don't care who you are. If it's
you're going down. And you know what? I think immediately, if he had shot her, really, police would have had him.
Why was he?
And she would have been so pissed off, like, yes, he did it. And everybody else, her girlfriend, her best friend, and everybody else who was in that car was like, yes, he did it.
Kylie should have been co-signing for her since that was her friend. And they was all hanging, like, what? But
actually, his CD is really good. Like, I was like, okay.
If they would have had a publicist and hired a PR person, just like with Chris Brown and Rihanna, that publicist would have been right there because it was right after they shot something they were shooting out in LA, and they had publicists always make sure that no hanky-panky and crazy stuff go down, especially when you know your clients is out drinking and liable to pop off. You stick around. See,
well, he kind of gave his story. He gave his story in his music, saying that they were like hanging out with each other. He'll fly to Miami or to Atlanta, wherever. They'll fly back and forth to see each other.
Right.
And they was connecting on the fact that both of the mothers are deceased.
Right.
So they had built up a friendship. And he actually was talking positive about her in some of the songs, like they were good friends. And he was like, why would I want to do something to a black woman? Like, I got a daughter, I got a baby mama, and my mama black. Like, come on now. So I hate that everybody is just like, black woman, black woman, black woman. But we know, let's be honest, we are known for crying wolf sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot of that happens. It does. And
it does happen. And I mean,
not the charges, but the fact that she's not pressing charges.
That you so mad?
Question mark.
Right. But right. She can't. The thing is, she can't press charges if he ain't have no proof that he did it. If he fired that gun, they got immediately. And I think they said she got back in the car with him. Why would she get back in the car with somebody who shot you?
I thought she went to the hospital.
She got back in the car with him. Remember they got pulled over? So I guess she got shot in the streets and she got in the car with them because that ain't happening.
What? Oh, no. I don't know. The story's fishy. It's to be continued. All I know, if she has to backpedal and say, maybe he did, maybe, or if it's anything but he shot her in the foot and it's a total lie, I don't think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be good for her career. I mean, you got
But you know what else they were saying? I was reading some of the comments on his post that he had just got his master's from Rock Nation. So they were saying that it was like a setup. I think she's with Rock Nation too. I'm not sure. So it was some type of setup because they don't want you to be making that money. They want to have you under their control the whole time. So I think it's an unfortunate situation, but I'm not jumping on nobody bandwagon.
Crazy.
I don't see
on it. Nobody's speaking on it. Nobody of prominence is speaking on it.
Just the people who was there did not say he did it, because I'm telling you, if that was my best friend.
Right. And they tried to ask Cardi B about it, like, well, you know, with everything that was going on with Meg when they were interviewing her about WAP, and she was like, you know, I didn't really call her because sometimes when things happen to people, you don't really want to talk.
I saw her say that. Mm-hmm.
But she wasn't like, he was dead wrong, but you know, like you would be. If somebody shot you in the foot and I got a chance to interview, I would be throwing that person under the bus. I wouldn't be like, well, you know, I didn't really want to worry her because.
But no. I would say something did happen. Something happened to her foot. Maybe, listen, a gun could have fell on the ground and popped off and scraped her foot. But she didn't have no direct injury for sure, because any little thing.
Stuck in her heel. The bullet wasn't stuck in her heels?
No, it was just shrapnel for the bullet. It's just shrapnel. It was no bullet in. It was like the pieces.
It was a bullet in each heel.
Absolutely not.
You know what? Let's move on.
So they were just drunk. And then she's mad. She got to blame somebody.
Yeah, they were drunk. And the fact that both of them were intoxicated, it really don't help the story. Because who you believing? The drunk? Or
I'm believing the report that says that he didn't have any gun residue, because that's the first thing. He ain't have time to go home and wash no clothes. Wash nothing.
He didn't. I don't get it. So, you know, we covered Insecure last season. Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Combos. And our people were up for Emmy, and they deserved it because the show is just brilliant.
It's bumping. I miss it.
Everybody was so mad that they did not even win an Emmy. And everybody was winning Emmys this year, girl. They was just giving Emmys away to folks.
And they didn't get it.
You know.
But did you see Condoleezza? Wait a minute. What did we call her?
Oh, condolences.
Condolences. She's pregnant in real life.
I saw that. She better be found on It's very good. Okay, but you never know, child. You never know.
Right.
She's just trying to make sure she gets to come back next season.
She better hurry up and have that baby.
Girl,
she's coming back.
No, they are filming now. No, I don't know. I know they're writing. I don't know if they're filming.
No, they're writing. I think I see them like putting the books out.
What's the girl's name? Amanda Seals, who plays Tiffany. She did not go to the Emmy party because last year when she went to the Emmy party, they would not let her in. Issa Rae's publicist wouldn't let her in the party.
Right.
And none of the cast members co-signed for her, like, oh no, she good. It was all like, oh yeah, it's out of my control.
Do you notice she seems like she always had like some type of differences with somebody? Like,
yeah, she's like a flower child, I think. You know those flower child creative minds that got a lot going on, and it's like probably for any long period of time, it's probably hard for her to be at peace with people for a long period of time. I don't know. It's something going on, Amanda. It's always everybody else, girl. It's never you. It's never just you.
Hey, Jonelle, stop it. You got
everybody else's problem.
We have to protect the Black woman. Remember that. We have to stay together.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, girl. Yeah. But I love Amanda because she speaks her mind. And, sometimes in this industry, you just don't get to speak your mind all the time. I mean, Monique might be like, yes, you got to do this and that. But we are who we are. We can't change that.
Unless you're in a position
things just don't change. I don't care how much we had a Black president for 8 years, and we are still in the struggle 4 years after that. So, I mean, what's it going to take for us to just realize it is what it is? I mean, some changes are happening, but overall,
it's not.
Where are we getting?
And I think that too, unless you're in a position to produce your own and put your own stuff out, you kind of got to watch what you say when you still relying on somebody else.
Right.
Cut your paycheck.
Exactly. Sometimes you just got to hold it in.
As much as you don't agree with things, granted.
I'm about to, and I blow up. And then you just keep saying, I can't wait till I blow up. And the reason you say that is from saying all the stuff you want to say. You just keep saying, I can't wait till I blow up. And write it all down, record it for your book later.
Right.
But right now, just get up there and then smash on everybody.
Exactly.
Can't do it on your way up the ladder. How you going to carry an open paint bucket climbing up the ladder? Paint is going to splish and splash.
Exactly.
So we ain't trying to counsel you, Amanda, but if you want to come on the show and talk to Real White, because you are a woman in film and entertainment.
Girl, she is not talking to anybody. It'll be like, it's one of those things. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do,
And she has a right to do that, but when you own your own stuff, girl, you can do it, but you can't do it on these.
And they don't want you to own your own stuff, but I want to see her win.
Yeah, we do want to see you win. Let's make that clear. But we want to make sure that you swimming in the right direction, and you're not pedaling over here and pedaling over there. While everybody else is getting to the finish line.
Well, did you see that? She has this little game she does, Smart, Funny, and Black. It's hilarious. Well, The Real did something, and it kind of like used her theme. And I'm like, she put it out there on Instagram, like, oh, they're using mine. And I was like, come on now. Like, did you have to like do all that? And then I kind of saw it. I saw it a little bit. I don't know how they did the show itself or the game, but her little logo, how she had it, they kind of like copied some of her little ways or whatever.
She could have went to her attorney, and he could have typed them a nice little letter. This is, and for the marketing that you did do, you owe my client X amount of dollars, and we could just settle this in a nice way. And that at least would help her build her empire.
Correct. No, you're good.
I'm like, I switched to Xfinity, you guys. I haven't had no Wi-Fi issues. That old AT&T.
I told you, I've been with Xfinity for 17 years.
Wow. Well, they're a lot better now that they're not Comcast.
Oh. Well, I was with Comcast. It was still good. Like, I've never had problems. So, yeah.
No, I'm just
never.
Saying. So, was there anything else we need to talk about that happened this week besides Donald Trump all down at the Cumberland Galleria?
We don't need to talk about him.
And his taxes. We're not going to talk about the president and his taxes. Lack of thereof. But we're not going to talk about that because that is Tamiko's president. Okay. So, Power Book 2. Oh, my goodness. The first episode.
First of all, you don't see me frozen?
Nuh-uh.
Well, you said that was my president. I was frozen.
Oh, girl. I don't be paying attention. I'm just like, you probably be over there with a heart attack. Stroke. And I'm still like, yes.
Right. Yes, go on with Power.
Yes. I was so excited. I don't know why. I think I heard that Mary was going to be on the show. But when she popped up, like, bam, I was like, Mary! Everybody just loved us some Mary J. Blige.
I do. I know what we could talk about. Are you keeping track?
Huh?
Are you keeping track of this artist of Jaguar Wright? She is dogging Mary J. Blige. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I don't really like the way she's going about things.
She is like.
That's because her career isn't taking off, Jaguar. First, it was, who did she trash first?
The Roots.
No, Roots. Somebody else before them. Oh, Common. She said Common raped her.
Well, no, that was after. Like, it was a big thing when Malik B died. She was hitting them all.
It came out recently, and this was like, I'm not saying any shade to Tiffany Haddish, but so why did you just bring this out when Tiffany and Common was dating? But here's the thing. I seen something that she wrote, and she was like, yeah, I've been in industry something, she said, all these years, and I got receipts. And yes, when you're in the industry, we all have receipts. Mm-hmm. I can sit up here and tell a whole gang of, confidential information about folks, but that's not cool. It's not cool. If Mary wanted to say this is what she is, then fine. But
I don't understand her connection with Mary. It's like some of the people, like she
blocked her album. It was her album was trying to get out. And I don't know if maybe she had went to her and Kendall or if they was in charge of her project. I don't know, some kind of way.
But it's unfortunate because that girl, she could sing.
Exactly. It's not about talent. Being in the industry has nothing to do with talent. You could be talented.
It's who you know.
She was on Instagram and YouTube with her teeth all jacked up, talking trash like she had braces all her life, and she became a huge star. And I mean, she can rap, but she was trying to be rapping anyway. But I'm like, can we really say, oh yeah, she's talented, she's confident, she's humble, she listened? And that's how she got the Pepsi commercial. You think she got it from being arrogant and because she's so talented and the best rapper around? Jaguar, you got to understand, honey, it's something that you're not doing, building your relationships. Now you have to just crap all over people. And you know what? I'm not here to, to just badmouth Jaguar because you do get dealt some raw hands in this industry. If you don't do what they want you to do, I mean, that's just the way it's been for years. And they did it to us. Now we do it to each other. Are you surprised? It kind of comes to the territory. But this is just not the way.
I want her to put out her music. I want her to put her music out.
Yeah, put your music out. If she puts energy into putting her music out, just put it out, girl. Put it out.
And you know what? I would prefer her to tell her story in her music than ranting. Because
she can't put it out. Because if she didn't pay for it and went to the studio on somebody else's dime, then they own her masters too. You don't own your music just because you sing it. So that's probably where her frustration lies. That's
why Torey is smart in this case. And that's why they don't want him to do what he want to do, because he owns his masters. He is controlling everything now. So he's a smart businessman. He needs to talk to Jaguar how to handle things. But I like Jaguar, Richard Allen, stand up, Ram Squad. We from all from North Philly, but she's mad.
Did you say that Torey Lanz needs to talk to Jaguar, right, about how to handle things?
Yes. Because she's quiet. He's not running his mouth. He's not sitting there just like going on and on. He putting it in his art.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. I was about to say, what?
No, because she's going live ranting every day about stuff. Whereas if she just put something out, some music out, people are going to be like, okay, let me hear it. Now you kind of sounding like, okay, you just babbling every day about somebody else. So it kind of making her look like she's bitter at this point.
I got a whole lot more to say. But guess what? You should go to TMZ and a blog or somebody that's going to pay you for it. Not her just saying it on our Instagram page. I mean,
yeah.
Or go to the tabloids, the Inquirer, all of those people, they pay hundreds of thousands. You could put more of your own music out and own it, or you could hire a PR person. Now, I don't know that I would want to be the PR on that project, but Mariah Carey, yeah, she seemed a little bitter about some things. So go get with Mariah and see if Mariah can sign you to her label. And then you use Mariah's publicist, and there you go. You in there. Mariah Carey, if you're listening, please call Jaguar and write. And
she probably got something to say about Mariah Carey too. So you don't. I ain't putting it across her. She just knows everybody business from the United States to Africa. We just gonna go that distance.
Like that. I used to know everybody's business's secrets. But I didn't go telling them. I just was like, what?
Well, I think she's just traumatized of her friendships, though, that she had built, and then
look, ain't nobody
going on
in the industry. That's the thing. She thought people were her friends. They're not your friends, girl. They are co-workers.
They are associates.
That's thinking.
Associates. Okay, let's go to Power. We finished with her. I hope you're the best, Jaguar.
Cut off my whole Mary J. Blige thing, but
I did.
Like, see, we wasn't even gonna bring that up about the queen, but you just wanted to bring all the queen's personal business in there, alleged business.
I did.
All right, we'll handle this after the show.
Yeah, I did.
So anyway, I asked Johnny who does Mary remind him of as a mom. He said me. When she took that girl, her daughter's phone, and stepped on it and smashed it. That is something.
So I feel like Mary J. Blige don't have any kids, though, does she?
No.
So I felt like her character would have been, if she was still in the hood, that would have been the type of mama she was for real in real life. I'm just saying, we talking about Mary, though. We already know you. I know you crazy. I know you do some drastic things.
Oh yeah, she was a mom to Kendall's daughter.
Well, I don't know how that relationship
stuff on her.
Yeah, there were some things about that I don't know.
Right. So,
but
she understands parenthood, because you got to get in these kids' neck, because they don't get it until you stepping on their phones and throwing stuff out the window and smashing stuff of theirs. Then they're like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that.
You know, she reacts quickly in this show. Like, her reactions to stuff is like immediate. And I'm not asking no questions. That's it. Give it here. It's done. But her kids are also, like her daughter, I don't even know their names. I guess it takes so much. Is Diana?
Yeah, Diana.
Her daughter is like, please. She's a little gangster too. Like, I like her daughter.
Right.
She sit back and handle things in a different way.
Right. She's sneaky.
The oldest son.
Wait a minute. What about on episode 4 when she told Kane, when he said, let me go to the school, and she was like, you are nobody.
Ivy League.
Please.
Yes.
I'm like, she just trashed him. She like, stay in your lane. Like, all he good for is beating up people and killing.
Beating up people. But do you notice his father wants his younger brother to do most of the negotiating. He wants him to do handling things. I know he want to put him out there, but I can tell that his younger brother had more of a business mind, because a lot of times it's not always about beating somebody up. You have to know mentally how to handle this situation without physically hitting somebody.
Right.
It don't always need to go there.
Right.
But Kane
is his mama. He's acting on his emotions. Instantly, emotion says, emotion gets punched. Emotion says, like, that's emotions.
Right.
We can't live our lives in this society just reacting.
You got to have all of this. He has to have a package. Now, there's not one person who had the full package, but Tariq. Tariq, I believe, would react if he had to.
Is this Tariq or Tyreek?
I call him Tariq. I don't know, because in Philly we say Tariq.
Been Tariq all this time.
What is it?
Mary just Tyreeked him up. It's Tarik. But I don't know why everybody keeps saying Tyreek.
Well, if you say it the way you want to say it, I say Tariq. How do you say it? Tariq?
Yeah.
I said Tariq.
Okay. Tomato.
Right, exactly. We know what we talking about. Tariq, ghost son. So I like he is such a star right now. I think his acting has grown from last season. Yeah. He is holding this show because his mama is in jail.
Right.
We ain't even gonna talk about her role, because when I see her doing push-ups in jail with her cornrows, I just be
like, why is she doing push-ups? Like, she been doing hard time. She only been in jail a week. She act like she been in there 5 weeks.
So much is going on, but
that push-ups was funny. I think that was probably her idea. You know
so
how
I'm gonna be in jail doing push-ups, and then I'm gonna get my cell phone. She got her little cell phone now up under the mattress. She just got, who puts their cell phone up under the mattress in jail?
Oh yeah, don't they? I thought they did mattress checks.
They check. So what's she gonna do when they check this cell? So I was like, no, that shouldn't be there. But whatever.
We get the gist of it, right?
Yeah, I guess she's just trying to say she's going through things.
Because
I don't know. I want to know where the show is going. I don't think it's coming on next week, but I need to know whether or not Tariq is going to. Okay, the gun. He got the gun. Right. His mom told him where the gun was. You got it.
He does not need to be walking around with no gun. He was right. He is very smart. He has learned a lot from observing his tricky parents all these years, and Tommy.
He's been watching them so much. He's a little bit ahead of the game for as handling things. Very smart person. He don't have to touch anything. How smart was it for him to create an app?
Right.
He is smart.
That's why he should be in that college, girl. He's smart.
But do you not know that's what goes on in those Ivy League schools? Half of them kids are on drugs.
Yeah, and they got rich parents that
rich parents have no idea what they're doing. None.
And just down there running amok at the college. What is this? So what is the image of college life that this show is giving us 50? Like, is this what we want our kids to be like? Yeah, I want to go to college because we're going to have a party and we get to do this and we just wilding out, because even in the classroom, the girl is cussing out the teacher and letting him have it.
But I think this is stuff that actually goes on in some colleges. Like
at an Ivy League, who is in there being Shanique?
Come on now, just because it's Ivy League, those are the ones who have more money to get the drugs that they need. They come from dysfunctional families. Look at the girl.
I'm talking about the black girl cussing out the professor. You like, yeah, it's always that one. We got
always somebody in the school that's have some issues, smart as heck, don't know how to control their emotions. Right. They got money, they were spoiled, they want what they want. They think that what they say means everything. Jonelle Jr. So
everything.
But so, I'm kind of torn for us, Tariq, though, for us, the two girls. You got the smart girl from his classroom, and he got Mary J. Blige's If he's smart, who's he going to run with?
The girl from the school, the smart girl. Because Mary is too much involved in her. The girl father can pull the trigger at any moment, okay? Because guess what, Tariq? You don't even have to mess up with them drugs. Mess up with that man's daughter and break her heart and sit on her daddy have you just out. That's dangerous right there.
But he's a mini ghost.
He is.
So he's just like his dad. So it made me think like Angela, the girl is the girl that he goes to school with.
Right.
And Mary J. Blige's daughter, Diane, she is his mother. She's like his mother. His mother was...
I never thought about that.
So I was looking like, okay, here we go. This is a spin-off of Ghost's life. He had two women, and I don't know if this is... I don't know if they purposely did it like that.
I get it now. That Courtney is smart. The writer of the show, the producer of the show, she is really smart. She is.
But then, okay, oh my gosh, I just thought about this. The white guy, that's Tommy, because he's like Tariq's right-hand man.
Yeah, he is.
That's a Tommy.
In college. That's the older white man that's funding everything. Oh, but wait a minute, not the older white man's husband that's up there just dipping into the game. Like, what in the world is going on here?
These connections that they have are amazing. Like, yo, I have this idea. I got this money. You gonna make money from it. I need you. You need me. If it's about money, they are in. That's all it is. It just say it's about the money.
That's everybody though. That's all of Atlanta.
Yeah, that's it.
Ask you a question. So when they were at the club, when they were in the dorm room or the whatever it is, the frat house.
The frat house.
And he said when the girl came in there, Saxon's niece. And so did you think that Tariq saw that his roommate was getting too close to the girl and he didn't trust her? Because that's what I thought it was going at first. But then and Tariq is so smart, when he saw the guy passing pills, he knew if he told the older brother that it was his little brother, he would try to kick him out. And, like it would just be a whole fight situation. But did he do all of that because he couldn't just get him away from that girl? It seemed like it was all to bust up their conversation and to get the guy kicked out so that he wasn't moving product on their territory as well.
So I only thought that. So I don't think Tariq knows that that girl is Sax's. He has no idea who she is. He
doesn't know about that.
No, but what he was concerned about is somebody else is moving product in the school when he wanted to have only his product moving so he could make his money quick. So he started up the little thing, the fight that says that, I think he told one of the guys that guy's selling drugs, and he went to, and they had a little argument. He got kicked out.
Right.
So he created that commotion there. Now, Sax's niece, first of all, what makes me mad at this show is Sax. Sax himself should not be in this show. He cannot keep coming up from the dead. You done did so many things.
Got fired. And then they brought you back. Like, what? Who gets rehired to a better position at that? And like his family said, you already about blowing that job. They already know they used to screw up. And the judge is seeing it a little bit by little. But I don't like that the judge is not putting all this together. Even though she see all the stuff, she's like, okay, next time, everything by the book. Like, it's total white privilege.
Well, I don't think it's that, but you got to have absolute proof. In order for them to be lawyers, you got to have proof. So right now, it was like hearsay. And then it was, I can't think of her name, but it's going to change though, because
for him to go after any minor. And when you put that tape recorder inside the little kid,
that was enough.
Did that. So right there, it's like, I'm tired of people not drawing the line, and then people get away with a little bit, and they do a little bit more and a little bit more.
But he keeps going. He keeps getting away with everything that he's doing. Let it have been
It's white privilege. I don't care what you say. It is.
Let it have been Method Man. Yeah, I'm about to say, let it have been Method Man. He would have been out, and there's no questions. But things about to change because Tamika was subpoenaed.
Oh, and she got that subpoena. That was so smooth the way they delivered those flowers.
I want to pass out subpoenas. I got ideas of how to give somebody a subpoena.
You know, I had to get one served to this girl. And it was real slick like that and in court. Girl, because they can't serve you in the courtroom. So they was like, oh, we have a message for you. And she was like, oh, and step out of the courtroom. And it was like, you've been served. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
No, yeah.
But no, I don't like that. Deep down, even though right then for that moment, it might have been beautiful. But I don't think I want that job because you got to track the people down like, yeah. But I
gotcha.
Child support in mind and all of that from the past. And then I can do it if I were like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I want to do it for child support.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Here you go, Buster.
Well, we need to create a whole new system about how to get that money and take over the whole child support system because...
And make sure these mothers have what they need to take care of their babies because these guys are just ditching and dodging.
Yeah. Dipping and doing it and moving on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way the show is going only because I'm a Mary fan and it don't matter what Mary do. I just want her to be back. Girl, wait a minute. They kept showing love scene after love scene after love scene. Let's go to Method Man, the attorney, and the girl. When did that when did...
First of all, Meth is married, okay? He had his wedding ring. She knows he's married. And I would have never put it together that them two, from watching previous episodes, episodes that they had something going on. Because she always seemed like, no, far as she's trying to do things by the book.
Did she go Tariq that money back?
She took Tariq the money back.
And told him
because you can't give that much cash and not have a tracking for it. Like I can't give you $10,000 just cash and you like, oh yeah, I'm about to use it for services.
He could have said that he's doing it pro bono.
Well,
since he got paid in cash, he didn't have to go telling them how his business runs. How you know he didn't want to take that case on just for the clout of it all?
Because he was denying it.
Mm.
And then remember in probably...
Ghost could have buried money and left it and told him where it was. Ghost could have did anything. You don't know. Like, this family is...
But Tariq is on it because when she came back with the information, when she came back with the cash, she was like, oh yeah, I stole it from my grandma.
Oh yeah, he's such a good liar. Wow.
He's like, yeah, I took it from my grandma. I really want my mama home. Blah, blah, blah. But he's riding for his mother, okay?
All of this because Ghost said that he wanted him to turn himself in about that gun. Remember? I think Tasha shot the boy that killed the daughter and Tariq used her gun. Or either Tariq did it.
Tariq did it. Tariq caught that boy, killed him. Mm-hmm.
Right. And all of this, Ghost was like, just admit it. You only going to do like a year in jail. You're a first time offender. He was like, you said you never let me go to jail, girl. Ever since he said that to him, told him that he said, you want me to plead guilty? Girl.
But Tasha was like, her son is not going to jail. She was riding for her son too. So,
girl, if it was me or them kids, I'm older. They young and they could sit in there and eat that nasty food and I can't be sitting in jail for no kids. I'm too old for that. Tasha is too grown to be sitting in somebody's jail. Her son could get in there and get right out.
Well, that was years ago. He could have, but right now he's in college now, so he'll be tried as an adult.
Really?
So if it was young when it first happened. Yes, he would probably did went to a youth detention center. He wasn't going to do hard time.
He should have did it back then, like Ghost told him to, but no.
No. Ghost.
Listening to Tasha.
No one listens to Ghost, because Ghost was a crook himself who was going around killing people and covering it up. So
he was smart. He was smart,
but
stick with it.
So where is Tommy?
Him and Lala moved out to the suburbs.
So we're not going to see him no more?
Wait a minute.
Lala is dead.
That's right. Him and Lala were moving to the suburbs. And so came and ruined that. So we don't know if Tommy is somewhere planning the. Why is Tasha throwing Tommy under the bus when he got evidence on her about what happened to Keisha? But I guess he didn't see her do it, so he really don't have evidence. I don't know. Tommy is getting a spinoff. I do know that much.
Is he?
He's getting his own show and it's coming out soon.
Is it going to be with is it affiliated with Power?
I don't know. Oh, 50 is producing it, I believe. Yeah. So
I believe he's going to pop up in I believe Tariq is going to get in touch with Tommy for some type of way. I don't know how.
Tasha going to get out of jail. Tommy going to get his way out of it because he's an Egan and he's white privileged and they ain't going to be able to keep him. They're going to find out he out, and that's what his show is going to be about, him trying to kill Tasha.
It's just so much going on in this show. So let's go back to the college, the professor. So you had the female, I don't know these people's name. I got to start paying attention to the names. But the one who was really, I thought she was a counselor that was talking to Tariq, the curly hair. Right. Why all the girls have the same look? You notice that?
That's that look they want. Either
all of them. The teacher
with curly hair. Now you can be light skin, brown skin, just had a curly hair, or get good curly weave, and you in
right. There. And you in there. You got to have curly hair. But these girls all are light skin, curly hair. Tasha, she's the mama, so she's not part of this crew I'm talking about that they have in the school.
She's the black sheep of the show. Literally.
But so the professors used to be.
Oh my God, that woman, the lady professor at the end, when you saw this man, well, you heard this man in that room.
But she has an addiction. Remember, she's going to counseling. She's going to counseling.
Tell her, do not close the door. And you went in there and you closed the door and you know that he has a dirty, you know what, and you know that he cares about nothing but himself. And all of that made you just want to throw this man over the table. You know, women I'm sorry, but y'all be doing some real stupid stuff.
It don't take much.
Oh,
it did not take much at all.
She could catch something. Thinking about there are STDs. You know, you ain't using nothing. Do you want to be back with the man or not? She's
sick over him. Like
I cannot.
Everything, it's just like that one thing heals her from him. So she has all this tension. She sees exactly what he's doing. She feels the tension, and then the way she relieves herself is to have sex with him. And so she has
a beautiful woman. So this just goes to show it means.
But that doesn't mean anything. Beautiful women are with men that dogging them out all the time.
Yes, I'm so tired of beautiful women. Know your power. Stop it.
This is called power.
I was so mad at her. I was like, open the door. Don't close that door. Don't close the door. And I was like, I can't. I'm done.
So I don't know. I'm waiting to see what happens. It's kind of left me in limbo. This is what I wish, that I could just not watch it every week and let like 2 or 3 episodes build up so I can be like really taking it in. Because it just had me ready for the next episode. I'd be like, when's Sunday coming?
I know. I want to just binge watch it on Netflix. We want to see all of it.
I want to see it all at one time. On one weekend, just watch the whole thing and be satisfied. Like, yes, give me the next season. But, you know, that's how they keep us hanging.
Right. We just want to say that Michael Rainey Jr., you are doing it. Or is it Michael Rainey the third? I mean the second. I guess
I thought it was Junior.
You are doing it, bruh. You doing it this year. Like, we are so proud of you. Like, he's a focused actor. Even when he's out, because he does the Ludacris basketball on Luda Day. Mm-hmm. Every Luda Day for like the last 5 years, I think. He's been out there, and he's just so quiet, standing there, and the people, he interviews with everybody if you ask him. He's like a good kid, but he is just something else. Okay.
It's amazing watching them grow up on TV. So he's 20 years old now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yes.
So what's the guy named Daniel Bell who plays Zeke? Wait a minute.
What?
That's not Daniel Bell, No, that's not one of the basketball players that we know. Okay. I was trying to see the other girl. Paige Hurd, the one who plays Lauren. What is she playing before? The smart girl.
I can't tell. I know she's on something else. Is she on the shoot?
She was on another show. Later. I can't think.
Be careful.
Let me see.
Was she on Grown Ups? Not, is it called Grown Ups with Grownish when they had that spinoff?
I don't know. I don't think that was her. I seen her in another show, but I can't think of what show did I know her from. I just can't think of it. Which one? Oh, wait a minute. Known for A Girl Like Something, Beauty Shop, Hawaii Five-0, Empowered. Oh, in Beauty Shop, she was Vanessa. One of those beauty shop shows.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, maybe that was it. But yeah, everybody is doing like an amazing job. I love Mary's daughter, Deanna. I don't know her real name, but she's doing an awesome job. Her acting, the acting is really on point, you know? And
now, in some scenes, Mary seemed like she was reading. Like, I felt like it was rehearsed.
Mary is Mary, girl. For Mary, that's the bomb. Like, we only go get so much. So,
okay.
For her, she's doing great. But,
look. No, I'm just saying, it's other times, I feel like it's more natural. But it was like, I feel like in the first two episodes, it was like too rehearsed or whatever. But I get that she's that mean mom. And
hey, she's wanting the best for her children. She's doing the best she can.
Oh, she wanted the best for her children, putting them out there selling.
Well, that's all she know. She from the streets. Except her Zeke, her pride and joy. Is that her son even? Her nephew?
That's her son, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because her husband was like, he wants him to be more aggressive out there. He actually want him to run the business because he don't have that temperament as his brother.
The one that's the basketball player.
Oh, that's her nephew.
Yeah. She care about that nephew more than them kids. So he was like, basically, Zeke is your priority. And she was like, yes. And then you ain't gonna be Ivy. You over here. Now she looking at, oh boy, all cross-eyed Drew after she found that little painting in his backpack and he came up missing. And then Deanna didn't help it. She was like, see, you was worried about the wrong person.
So, do you think Deanna know?
I do. Because she's very smart and she's around him a lot. And
I know Tariq know. Tariq saw them like two men don't tee like that and then not nothing.
I didn't like all them looks they was giving. I was like,
I knew it was coming. Look, I knew it was coming and I was like this. Something's about to go down between
right. And I'm like, remember, you're here for Tariq. You're here for Tariq. He was like, Tariq who? Tariq didn't walk past them, slid out, and he ain't looked up. Nothing.
He was gone.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so it was good. I like the show. Right now we don't have anything else. So I'm like holding on to this show.
Ain't that a shame? All the channels on TV, all the TV, and we just waiting for Power to come on.
Waiting for Power. That's all we had.
Are we waiting for the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Like, are we gonna miss Nene?
No, I didn't miss Nene when she wasn't on it the first time.
Aw.
Did you? When she came back this season, I was like, it gave me anxiety. It was like too much. Like, I don't like us being portrayed like that.
You know, here's my thing. If you're getting, I don't care if the girls are not getting $1 million. And I know Nene's paid well over $1 million an episode. A season. Well over that. Say they didn't come back to the negotiation tables with that. Say they said you're getting $500,000. Like, what are you guys doing? You're not really acting. You're going out to dinner, going to events, meeting up, and just and you're getting paid, even if it was $500,000. You got people out here who can't even survive 3 months of the pandemic on lockdown without getting kicked out their house. And then you up there mad about, like,
that you're not getting the
money.
I
just don't understand it. Where's the compassion? Where is just empathy on the focus not on yourself? I am excited that they're bringing all these 3 new people to the Real Housewives. My friend Simon Gubadia, his wife is going to be on there. And I don't know, maybe she needed a coach, or I need to tell Simon, like, let me walk y'all through this, because you know how people go into something new thinking it's like, yeah, and then
right.
They didn't dug up all your records and your old background.
And that's the thing. I don't want them to, like, I like when they show sisterhood, us women going out having a good time. We know that we're going to have differences, but I don't like when they get physical. I don't like all the name calling where they just get down dirty and then your friends, like, I don't do that with my friends.
On the Real Housewives of Potomac, I was just like, wow, ladies, wow, y'all got to do better. These are grown women.
Well, they doing it for ratings. I don't feel like you have to do it for ratings.
Like they're just doing it in real life. Like the women are really just being themselves. They really are. They're not like, oh, we gonna turn up.
Well, I don't want to be part of that. Like, for me,
the version of the ratchet you. Is this the ratchet you that you want the public to know that is your inner self in your heart? Is that what you're putting out there?
And then they're pulling up all this different stuff. So I don't.
The things that people could be doing with this platform of television. And this is what we do. And then we wonder why the police are so quick to just bang, bang without asking any questions when it's a Black woman that we already know is popping off at the mouth.
But if there's no drama, do you think people are going to watch it?
No, of course not. They're going to be like, they ain't even doing nothing. No fights, no.
See, I don't need, for me, I guess I'm just woman. I enjoy when they going out having a good time, going places and seeing how they interact with. I love to see friends branch off, how they bonded, like
on a little sprinter, getting out in their cute little clothes.
Yeah, like they going different places. I like to see that. Like, I like to see just sisterhood. I don't like all the yelling and all this other stuff back and forth. And then they setting up these situations for them to fight. Like, oh yeah, we're going to bring this person in. They're going to have that person sitting there. This is what it's just too much. Talk about people mates and.
You remember last week? Yeah. And you're like, oh, she did say that. What time she getting here? Yeah.
Right.
They be done forgot all about it. And the producers are like, don't forget what she said about your mother last week.
Yes. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you ever watch Love and Marriage Huntsville?
No.
Oh, my God. Poor lady. I feel bad because these ladies are in Gaston, Alabama or somewhere, like minding their own business, flossing out there. They just running the town according to what the people see. Because them and their husbands are like doing very well financially, running businesses. They got on this show, honey, and now everybody's name is mud. The whole town is probably embarrassed. And Carlos King produced the show. Carlos, you was dead wrong for going to Alabama. Just everybody can't even show their face no more.
Right.
Couples getting divorced on the show. That wasn't Carlos's fault now. If that cheating was going on well before him. But come on, you guys. If you're doing dirty and you on TV. You think
It's coming out.
Oh.
People are going to find the dirt. But you know who I did like? I liked what's her name? Oh my gosh, DeVoe. What's her name?
Oh, Shamari.
What's her name?
Shamari DeVoe, Ronnie DeVoe.
Yes. I liked her on the show because she was just having fun. You know, she got drugged a couple of times.
Not to be breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? She was like, what? I got a babysitter for them twins. It's been 4 years.
She's like, I'm out. I'm going to go. But she wasn't bringing any drama in the show. She was fun, but it made it seem like she had issues. And I guess she wasn't doing the things that the show wanted her to do.
So they was like, remember that time you was, you know, when you and Ronnie had them little problems?
Yeah, they found little things to make, like, put out there.
And Ronnie was so mad because he did not know. I think he told her not to just discuss, you know, that on the show. And once she had a couple of drinks, oh, you can get anything out of Shamari after 2 drinks. She is all open mouth telling you what happened.
So what do you think about Eve not being on there this next season?
Oh, I think it was a great choice because, I mean, you just gave birth back to back. And her husband is trying to, you know, establish himself as, I think he wants to go into politics, honestly. But as this lawyer, you got the Ricky Smiley show, you got income, you got the house, you got the man. You know what I'm saying? You guys got backing. Why do you need that, Eva? And Eva, the old Eva would have been there all the way to the end with her knife, okay, slicing, jabbing them at the tongue. But Eva has really evolved as a person with these kids and her husband. And now we're getting a more softer side of her. You know, she rather just be on.
That's what's supposed to happen. Yeah. That's what's supposed to happen. I like Candy on the show because she shows her business. Right. She's not in anything. But if you come across her, just like anybody else, if somebody crossed you the wrong way, then that's the only time. But she ain't starting nothing. Right. But I could kind of tell when producers tell her to say something that's not something she would typically say, because she'll be like, oh yeah, such and such did this way, you know, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that was told for her to say that. Right. And I love Portia on the show because she's fun. Portia and whose relationship? Is it Kenya?
Yeah, we trying to see if Portia and Dennis then broke up again. You know, I don't predict that Portia would stay with Dennis for some reason. I know she loves him. She loves her daughter to have her father, but Portia's just not going to put up with the okie doke, you know, like.
Not now. I like the person she has grown to be. I know. So, and you actually seen her, we actually watched her evolve to where she is now, to being this real advocate for brutality. I know. Like her going out there fighting for Brianna. Like watching her, this is what I want to see in the show. Black women doing it. Right. And they're black well, they ain't housewives, but you know, right. All of them are. But it's just showing their growth, and we are about something positive. Why can't we show that and get ratings from that? Why does it always have to be something negative? I don't like that. Like, that's what I'm talking about when they want to say we always get the short end of the stick. Well, we sitting here fighting each other instead of doing something like, okay, what can we do to lift up each other? What can we do that's different? And other people going to want to do it. You know, we don't always have to be fighting each other. I ain't got time for it myself.
Unfortunately, you have people that are jealous that are always going to think somebody's getting more camera time. You know, I was kind of disappointed the first time I saw the Married to Medicine women's doing that, because I'm like, if I'm going to school and spending all this money and getting all this smarts to get a whole doctor's degree, and I'm still
going to go on TV.
Like, I was like, wow, because I wanted to see some classiness and see how they would handle things differently, and it really just was no different. So
yeah, and you know what? That tells me, like, I don't, after seeing you act a damn fool in your personal life, I don't want you working on me because you're crazy. Like, I wouldn't go see you. I mean, these might be good doctors or whatever at what they do, but because it's a package deal for me. So when I see all this,
because Bill Cosby was a great dad on the Cosby Show.
Who?
A great model, Bill Cosby. A great model to all people as the father, the black father of TV. But in his personal life, girl, Soon as they said cut, somebody was getting drugged up that night.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So
but that wasn't shown. You didn't see that.
Right. We didn't see that.
We didn't see that, but they are putting it out there that, I could be this way.
Look, we seeing it now with Billboard high bars at 80. You know,
I think that's something else.
Right. I just do better, y'all. Do better, Black people. Do better. You know, or just get a scripted series. Like, just pay the extra money and make it a script so that way we don't feel like it's really reality and it's what you're doing. Just memorize.
No, you could do reality without all the drama. Come on, we have been in a lot of different things. And the thing is, so say we had a project.
But they're picking people who have drama already. Look at Peter Gunz. Peter Gunz went and told Mona Smith that he had a girlfriend and had a baby mama and all of this stuff. And she was like, Peter, this is going to happen in your own life. You could play it out for free, or you could come on my show. I could give you this check and you could put it on national television. Unbeknownst to his baby mama, he was going to do this. So he was like, all right, well, I'm just going to put it out there for the check. Everybody's doing everything for the check right now. It's like people just
you have to have some type of
nothing. No dignity about yourself. No pride.
You have to have that. You have to have some type of dignity. You have to have some type of division. Like, I can't do this. This doesn't look good. I can't rest like this. Because you know what? You're putting this out there to the world. This is always going to follow you. And you got kids that's watching you act a daggone fool. Now, we have the internet. They're going to see this. They're going to see this.
They interviewed Cardi B and they asked her, with her doing the WAP video, like, what does she think about, her daughter, watching this, and when her daughter gets older, and she was like, is there anything that you wouldn't do because you have a daughter? And she was like, well, probably porno. Yeah, I wouldn't do porno. Like, she didn't even, like, the question kind of went over her head, and that's what I love about Cardi, the innocence of her, because she didn't get it. Like, no, this is is there anything you wouldn't do? Not what else would you not do? And the fact that it just didn't bother her, she said, you know what, when she gets older, I already got a lot of explaining to do. If she find the other stuff I did. So, she was just like, whatever.
I don't know. People live their lives differently, and I couldn't rest knowing that I have started so much drama, or I'm going on trips with my girls and we fighting, or I'm about to spit on somebody, or I'm calling somebody a B. I just don't want that. Like,
we'll be on the phone. Man, guess what happened?
Yes. Oh my gosh. He would be like, what in the world? Who did I marry? And you know what? A lot of these men be like, what happened? But it was a few men now that was in the dirt with the women. We had Peter.
Loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of the dirt.
Yes, we have men like that. But overall, most men kind of be like, no, like, what's his name? Todd. He's not into all that stuff. He be like, he listens to her.
Yeah, Todd is so sweet. He like that. You got all these jobs. You got kids. You can't do all of that. But this is what. But I was just, I wanted to be. He's like, but you also wanted to have these kids. Well, you just gotta help a little more. He was like, what?
They figured it out, but like, it's
I'm
really
an actress. I know that's right, Candy Girl. You better be on that Shy and have that scene.
So how did you think about her acting on the Shy?
I thought it was good. I could see an improvement in her acting, especially knowing her so well and her personality. I think she did a very good job.
I think she did good too. Like, I wanted to see more of her actually.
Right. After the Finger Girl, she like, I can do it all. She did that, okay?
She did her thing. I'm proud of her in that show. Yeah. But there's nothing else like we have no. There is this one reality show. It's not like other reality shows. It's almost like a game to me. But it's Married at First Sight. Have you watched that?
I think I have.
Really weird. You don't meet this person until they walk down the aisle.
Okay, no, I did the other one where they were in the different cubicles.
Oh yeah, I think that was a Netflix one.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. My homeboy was on there. And he just, that was a mess. But
that was good. But now I'm watching this one, Married at First Sight, and it's kind of,
I don't know if I could do that.
Now, if I didn't, I think I would be up for the challenge.
You really?
Yeah, I think I would have done it. Like,
You have
I think
to marry them no matter what. When you get to the altar, do you have to, or can you look at them like,
Yeah, you could say no.
But have they talked to them at all?
No, they don't know. They haven't seen the person, nothing. So what the people do, they come in there, they interview the women and the men, and they pair them up with the people who they think will be a good match. And that person that woman walks down the aisle, and then they get married.
Wow.
And then they learn each other. Then they go on a honeymoon. They meet each other family first a little bit, and then they go on a honeymoon. And then when they came back from the honeymoon, they in an apartment together, learning each other. Some of this stuff is real tough to watch, but it's one couple on there that I am loving. They are just like, they known each other, but they actually trying to make this marriage work. But in that 8 weeks, you either decide if you want to stay married or you want to get it annulled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's interesting because the thing is, even now, after you get married to somebody, you are still constantly learning that person. So, but this right, you come in here from scratch.
Say after you get married to somebody, and then girl, say it.
What?
After you get married to somebody.
After you get
say it.
Yeah, girl, what?
No, say after you get married to somebody.
After you get married to somebody.
I was all laughing, and then you said after you get married to somebody, I went.
Girl, after you get married, you still learning the person. Like, you are still learning different things.
Learning. You are
like
fighting.
I could say, like, quarantine has really taught me a lot more about me and Van. Like, we are really compatible. Like, this little space, we are really good. But I don't think I'm learning different things about him. Right. Even more so because I'm not leaving the house to go anywhere. He's not leaving the house to go anywhere. So
y'all just in the house together.
We are here. We're doing things together and bonding differently.
Together.
It's a whole different type of relationship now. So I can honestly say.
Watch The Real today?
The Real, I don't even know when it come on now.
Okay, so The Real today, they said since the pandemic, that there are 115, I think they said million online. No, there are 15 million women that are dating online, but them women are married. They said women are married, but they are having online relationships.
Stop lying.
Because after living with their husband during the pandemic, they are on all these dating apps and dating online. So Jenny Ma, her and the other one that's married, try to be like, well, the one thing you should do, it's a cowardice thing. If you want to be out of the relationship, it's really coward to just start a new relationship without saying anything. And then Lonnie was like, y'all ain't living in the real world, because that's how it just go. Like,
wait, is Lonnie still with that man?
I don't know. Lonnie was like, these women, but they're happy. They're happy. And then the Gabrielle,
that model.
Yeah,
she's an actress. I know who you're talking about.
Fox show. She was saying how, what if they can't just leave? A lot of women can't just pick up and go and be with the next person. A lot of them don't want to bust up their families. A lot of them want their families, to still be happy, and they can't just go. But they can stay right there and be in that bad situation and just be online dating and be happy.
No. We've actually found a way to, like, we'll go somewhere and stay for the weekend. Like, we're trying to make it fun because we got to be with each other. So it's like, what are we going to do? We tired of the situation. Like, I'm not saying
because y'all are real friends in real life.
I've been scratching my head. Yeah, we are.
A lot of couples are not. You got all quiet. I'm like, well, aren't y'all all right? Y'all are friends in real life, right?
Yes, yeah.
In real life.
Say yes.
And look, hey man.
Yes. So, but it just and the
mama.
I think too we have projects that we do together. You can't just sit there and think it's going to work while you're not putting in work to make it work.
Interesting.
So we go places together. We find out what type of projects we want to do together. If it's something he want me to cook, or I want him to do, we just do it. It's been fun. So, but at the same time, everybody don't have that.
You guys are still newlyweds. You guys are really still newlyweds.
We lived together like 2-3 years before we got married.
Y'all still are newlyweds.
But still, we've been together all that time. This is like since 2013. We're going to say 2014 we've been living together.
Well, just confess. This is not confession hour.
We're still newlyweds. But I just think that,
it's all about compatibility and being friends. And a lot of times, see, what happened was these men had all these lives and stuff going on before the pandemic hit. But they was coming home late, sliding off the house. And then when it was like, they got to be there. Now they can't be sitting on the phone with their boo down at the Starbucks and all this other stuff. So now everybody's uncomfortable at home because they can't do what they was doing in the streets.
Absolutely.
Beforehand. So that's why they're not comfortable at home.
Can you imagine being on quarantine without the internet and ways to have an outlet like we do? Like people are getting online to meet people. You just said that. Like they're getting online. So if we didn't have that,
true,
would they be making their marriage work or what would they do?
Right. I don't know.
So I feel like you take that one thing out the equation. Like sometimes I have to say, because we all are tech people, sometimes I have to say, hey, we need to put our phones down. Like I noticed that we both like sitting there next to each other on our phones or whatever. And I'm like, we need to be trying to connect.
Put the phone down. Sometimes I have to tell my son, just put the phone down. Like what's going on?
Yeah. And we're not really looking at anything. It's just that we're just scrolling.
I scroll, just scrolling, just seeing what's going on in the world.
Yes, I'm just looking at different things that I want, or just through Instagram looking at what people doing.
Yes.
Doing or whatever. Right. And so another thing that has been good, I think, for us, that we have been doing things and we haven't been like saying, like posting that we here or we there. Cool. We just been doing it and it's just been nice. This is our little secret. This is our little thing that we did. Right. So it was so funny that not too long ago, this guy was in my inbox. Was like, "Are you still with your husband?"
Oh,
I was like, yeah, absolutely. But you're not putting it out there, so it's something people are inquiring. But it's so special to me.
Yeah,
it's so special to me because it's like the things that it's our connection. Like I'm really happy. So it's what you're putting out there. I think a lot of people are trying to find out what's going on because they look at social media to find out. If you ain't giving it to them, you can work on your relationship.
And now, did he remarry? Because I saw pictures online.
Who?
Like, I was asking a girl today about another person. And I said, well, I did see him online with some chick. And then she was like, well, how long ago was that? And I was like, oh, a year ago.
She was ready.
Yeah, I do think. But I was like, wait a minute. And I wasn't being messy. I was just like
inquiring.
They had remarried because every time I saw every post, they were together. But I didn't know if it was a working thing where he was promoting her and her business.
Right.
What? But
it's just really weird. Social media has caused a whole new frenzy. And
oh my goodness,
we look at it to see what people are doing. Like I do check up on some of my friends on social media because that's where it is. Like if I haven't seen anything, I'll probably hit them a text message. It's like, are you good? So I do get it. But it's some people who's watching from the outside trying to wait to see when something is broken. So, people who have issues, you keep that off of And not it's always issues. Or you just want to build something.
They haven't been talking about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zara. They didn't gave her a break.
Oh yeah, thank God. Like they was really pushing that for a minute. I mean,
I haven't heard about that. It's like so much stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's necessary. Like
testing, it's like they can't cover everything. It's just like, over here. Now we gonna talk about this. Now we home and we have the time. We home and we have the time, so we want to know. And that's just what it is. So, but you can't give everybody everything. Something got to be sacred to you. And for me personally, it's going to be my marriage. I'm just like, we could post here and there, but if you think we broke up, we broke up then. Because I had kind of took a lot of our pictures down, just cleaning things up. Cleaning up things. Just cleaning it up, making it current. Right.
So, but it didn't mean that we were.
They like, she deleting photos.
Oh, like people be watching things, like seriously watching things.
Everything.
So, and that's the same thing like Portia, I don't know what's going on, but I was on some social media page. I'm going to say the Shade Room. It probably wasn't the Shade Room, but they was like, yes, Dennis is nowhere on her page. Nowhere. And I was like, oh.
There, we scrolling to see.
So I was like, no, not again, Portia. So I went to Portia's page. It was like, oh, okay. She's still wearing her ring, so it's okay.
Right. Maybe she was just cleaning up her page.
And she was just cleaning up her page. Like, sometimes you got to keep people out your business.
Right. Or keep them guessing. You got to keep them wondering what you're doing next.
Yes. And I think, too, we've been doing this Real Wife page, I kind of cleaned it up for, to make it public.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted my page to be more public. So I took away a lot of things that was private to me.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That was my thing with it. But yeah, it's just funny how people see things.
Open book, no privacy, just you see.
Yeah, so now it's open, but
No, I'm talking about me. I called my girlfriend today and I'm like, you haven't called me for 2 weeks. I could be laying under the freeway dead somewhere. And she was like, oh, I see you in these streets. And I was like, oh, that's right.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Like,
certain people. Right. But that's your business. That's your business. You have to post.
Because it wasn't old photos.
Hmm?
I said, how she know there wasn't old photos I was posting?
Because she know. We all know. Like you could tell just from hairstyles. That's what's new and what's old.
She did have hair done last week. Yes, you guys. I finally broke down and got these scoring rolls. Y'all like them?
How? What you call those? It's just regular corn rolls? Because they look like they get small and they get thick.
Right. I went in there with all these pictures of how I wanted my hair like it was before. And I took the colors in there and like all different. But she had this big poster behind her. And it had a lady on there and she had these braids. And I was like, when I walked in, I said, can you do that? Because before she couldn't do it because my hair was too short in the top. It wasn't grown enough in the top for her to pull. Then before even the cancer bald head, she said I didn't have enough edges to get my hair braided. She was like, no, you need braids that cover that. I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. So thanks to the COVID-19, I was able to not get my hair done for 6 whole months. And it grew out. And now I have edges and I have hair in the top. And it's everywhere.
Yeah, and I found that braiding your hair is like less maintenance. So you're not doing harsh things to your hair. So I'll take this out and I'll let it go for 2 weeks without putting any heat or anything, and I will get a twist or something braids again. Right. It's been so, I want to live simple. Like, I just don't want to do anything these days. So
that's because we're busy, girl. We are women of the world. Well,
yes.
Sort of the world, but not in
women,
the world.
Real wives.
Look, but not in the world. Women in film and entertainment.
We're not worldly women.
Right, we are on we're not worldly women. In the world.
Let's get it right.
I said we're not in the world.
We're not in this world. We're in this world not being
and entertainment are busy women, and we don't have time to be sitting in beauty salons all day. So we sit one day for the next 3 months. Well, she told me to come back in 3 weeks. Ooh,
well, because those cornrows.
And then she said she was going to take it down and do it smaller. Because she
just get individuals.
It was crowded. Girls, a lot of people in there early in the morning, 8 o'clock, packed wall to wall. I was like, wow, but I had an appointment, thank goodness. So she just did it fast, and then she said she'll do it smaller on a less busier day.
I want you to get the blonde individual braids that you had before, like last year, those long braids.
Oh yeah, that's what I went in there to get. But yeah. I wanted cornrows forever because I wanted something that was just all the way back.
Yeah.
To be the set it off Queen Latifah.
You got the look. You got your bamboo earrings.
Set it off, and she said, she had that driver's license. I gotta take that picture. I'm gonna put on my jacket. I'm gonna be like, yes, that's the goal. I better not get these cornrows out without doing that. I'm gonna be mad at myself. But y'all do that the time after the next time. I saw so many beautiful protective braiding styles. I'm like, I'm just gonna rock these braid thing out like for a minute, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that's annoying with all those braid. This is annoying. I would have just did with the cornrows and her just cutting it off in the back. Like, I don't have to have it flowing. Just this.
Well, just bring it to the side. Could you do that? Yes. Oh my gosh. Never mind. You're doing a lot.
Yes. Well, you guys, I think our time is up. What time do we start?
I don't know, but it's 6:30 now, so I feel like we talked for like an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
About
uploading.
Nothing.
Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in to Real Wife Convos. This is your host, JoJo in these streets, and
the co-host, Miko. Tiki Miko.
And we will be back. You can follow us on social media. You can follow me at ReelWifeConvos. If you would like one of your clients to be on here, please shoot me a DM or send us an email to Real Wife Convos.
Yes.
How can they find you on social media?
I am on Instagram as Tiki, TIKI_Miko. MEEKO.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Now, see, she ain't been homeschooling her son, but maybe Tamiko needs some of that homeschooling that they're doing if she's having trouble spelling her own name.
Girl.
You've been around her niece too long.
Girl, you know I just had her this weekend.
Now you can't even spell your own name after this.
I'm like, how did I spell it this time?
Hilarious. Okay, you guys, thanks for tuning in.
Signing off. Have a good one.